everyone, my name is Priyal and I am a recruitment associate with Teach for India. Before this, I pursued my fellowship in Chennai from 2014 to 2016, and before that I was an ex-student of this college, and it's great to come back and talk here. So today in the next hour we are going to be learning about the educational crisis in India and how we at Teach for India through its vision, mission, and how you can be a part of the movement to solve this. So let's just start with the presentation. The word light. What word comes to your mind when you see the word light? I'm going to take a few responses. We're going to be having discussions. Please be free to just calling out answers, raise your hand, and I'll try to hear each one of you out. Yes. Alright. Yes. Great. So all these answers are correct, but at Teach for India, the word light signifies something different. The word light signifies potential. When we are talking about potential, it's about finding potential, unleashing potential, and discovering potential. In Teach for India, we are trying to find the potential, find the light in every child, and thus find the light in ourselves. So when each one of us reach our potential, we are going to be able to see India reach her potential. Just imagine India, how is it going to be like when it reaches its potential? Anyone, can you think about anything that comes to your mind? No. Alright, let me ask you one other question to lead you to this. How many of you think India has reached its potential? No, no. Alright, if you think it's a no, please raise your hand. Alright, majority of us, or rather all of us, think that India has not reached its potential. What would it be like for India to reach its potential, and why has it not reached its potential? Because one of the biggest problems in India is the education crisis, the education inequity in India that is stopping it from reaching its potential. So now I'm telling you to think about what India would be like if it reached its potential. So today, first, before me telling you what Teach for India does, it's very important for us to understand the why behind what we do. So why are we doing what we are doing? And we are going to do that by understanding the state of education in India, for which I request all of you to just stand up, please. Just stand up. Imagine that all of you are children, the 320 million children in India who are at the age group of 2 years, 3 years, 5 years old. Just imagine yourselves. What is it that is going, so if you're 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, what is going to be happening in your life? Correct. You're just going to start going to school. You're going to go to school. Now, can I request this group of the room to just sit down? Now the question is, what is the difference between the people sitting down and the people standing? What do you think? Anyone? So these are 4% of the 320 million children in India. Why do you think they are sitting? So these 4% of children do not even get enrolled in schools. Imagine they have never seen a school gate, they've never seen a chalkboard, they've never seen books, they've never seen pencils, they've never seen pens. How would you feel? 4% of India's children do not. These people who are standing, you're the subset of Indian children who have at least got enrolled in schools. Now I'll ask this percentage of the people to sit down, that just all of you. Thank you. Now can you tell me what is the difference between all the people who are sitting down and the people who are standing? So these percentage who just sat down are 42% of India's children who drop out at elementary school, that is grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. Now, if you have your life and you are a child of this part right now, how do you feel? I'm sure if I was in your place, my life would have been very, very different, because from the books I read, to the friends I made, to the job opportunities I got, to leadership opportunities that I got, I wouldn't have got any of this. Now, I'm going to ask all these people to sit down, and only these people to continue remaining standing. Now, can you tell me what is the difference between the people sitting down and the people standing? The people sitting down are 90% of India's children who do not even enter college. 90%. Yes, you are hearing it right. It's 90% of the 320 million that do not enter college. And if you are a girl in a rural village, then only 1% of you would enter college. This makes me angry for two reasons. One, because it's not fair. It's just not fair that demographics are determining your destiny. Second, if only 10% of India's children are going to college, which means only 10% of humans are being maximized for India's potential. Can I have everyone to sit down? Thank you so much for participating. But at the same time, we have the opportunity to change the landscape of education in India. You have the opportunity by becoming a part of this movement. And how are we doing this? We are doing this by, our solution to this crisis is by having leaders, building upon leadership. And at Teach for India, we believe that to solve this problem, we find the best leaders from all across the country, and together we can solve the education crisis and eliminate education inequity. Now, Teach for India's vision. Can I have all of you to read this clear and aloud? Alright, I can hear different words from different sides, so we're going to read it together at the count of 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. One day, all children will attain an excellent education. The two important words here are all and excellent. All children is when all children means that a child can be from any background. He could or she could be the son and daughter of Neeta and Mukesh Ambani, or he could be the son and daughter of a cobbler working on the streets, but they both would have the same opportunities. And excellent means a holistic growth. Excellent means where all of us are not only working towards education, but the health, nutrition and overall development of children in the country. On to the mission of Teach for India, to build a movement of leaders who will eliminate educational inequity in India. So a group of leaders that will come together to eliminate educational inequity in India. To bring light to India, for India to reach its potential, it is very important because it's the most pressing and complex situation in India that we have leaders, that we have people who are really good from various sectors. Who are these leaders who are going to contribute to this movement? Where do they come from? Who are they? And why are they here? So I'm going to give you an example of a lot of our fellows who have come from really good institutions and corporates. For example, Merlin has come from Christ University, where Jacob has done his engineering from IIT Chennai. We have Aditi, who has done her masters from University of Oxford, and Vishal from BITS Pilani, again done his engineering. Then we have Rahul, who has been working for more than 5 years, and we have Deepa, who has worked for over a decade. And both of these are the newest members to our movement. They are from the 2015 cohort. That's Garima and Karthik, working for Accenture and Citigroup respectively. Yes, we are extremely proud about this. Our fellows come from 484 colleges and 828 corporates. the numbers are big. Don't get overwhelmed, but we are just proud about it. So how many applications do we get? Teach for India is a highly selective and aspirational leadership program where last year we got 13,500 applications. From which, so 13,500 applications for the 2015 fellowship. Of these, about 1,100 people were offered the fellowship, bringing our selectivity rate to 7% in the past 5 years. Now, these are the number of applications that come in. These are the number of people who get selected. But it's not a competition. If you meet the bar that we are looking at to join as a part of this journey, you are going to be offered the fellowship. Thank you. This is the end of the presentation. I hope you have had an understanding about what we do at Teach for India. If there are any questions that you would want to ask, we have a half an hour open round where you can raise hands, just ask questions, write down your questions and give us your email IDs if you are interested. We will get back to you. I am hoping to see a lot of you in the journey next year. Thank you.